this anniversary has been, so far in part one, a sham. It has been nothingness. And let me explain. So, you can say there's positives, right? The baseline positives that can always happen every single year because they are not things that can really be altered. The things I'm going to give an example of is going to be Bonanza. That should always be a thing. The extra Zenny. That should always be a thing. Hoi Poi should be a thing, which we don't have this year, which we should have. We don't have. It is what it is. Extra Z power. And all these baseline, events things, free CC, the amount of CC, all these things should be baseline precedent for every single anniversary. And we have that this year, which is awesome. That's the best part of the anniversary. But your drive, my drive, the entire reason we put up with this game's bullshit from time to time, or even play it in general, is this PvP. And when you make characters in the regard you have, comparably to the previous characters, to where the impact is not substantial enough, that becomes a problem. If I look at this banner, again, I am happy to see 1800 Z power. I'm grateful that that's the case. I am ecstatic to have that be my reality. But also in that same turn, these characters, not a character on either banner, is making such a substantial differential in PvP that there's a desire or even a need for you or I to have them. If I look at this banner FMUI, I realize he's very good. I realize individually he's very top tier, but I also think to myself, well, Daima banners just left. They were just here. They were here for months, actually. And if I were to pull on Daima, I would still have a great time, and I wouldn't even care about MUI, because at the end of the day, the hype lasts for a couple of days, and guess what I'm seeing more? I'm seeing more Daima, more Daima, more Daima. Less MUI, no Evo, and that's the issue that spawns from within this. With 4th tier, you got MUI that drops. He's amazing. You run him on the tag droids and purple Whis. Is it toxic? Yes. I'm not going to be, obtuse to this. Most years when they drop anniversary units or festival or whatever big celebration characters, the intent is to make them broken. And when that intent happens and they do it successfully, the unit most likely is toxic to a degree. But what is the point of someone playing during anniversary? To get the new unit and play the unit and then be the best unit or one of the best in the game, correct? Well, when you have that, and then you have that to a lesser degree, guess what happens? You end up not selling your anniversary well enough. There's no reason for anyone that's been playing since Diamond units dropped to where we are right now to have summoned on this or this banner. There is no incentive for a person that's trying to, I want to play PvP, I already have teams made, but I could get a better one with this. You will not get a better team if you already have Daima, which again, the Daima banners are out for months, every one of them. Green Mini Ku, Glorio, and the Blue Daima Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and Ku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Do, all those banners are out for months. So when you make it where this unit's teams, or this unit's teams, Evo Vegeta, which I'll get into his specifics in a little bit here, when you make it where it is not impactful enough, when I can go into PvP, and as the days go on, as the weeks go on, as this season goes on, it's a 3-week season, and I realize, oh my god, I'm still fighting the same thing from Annie, prior to it, post it, during it, it's gonna be an issue. Again, I'm only putting about part 1 because we're only in part 1. Gravity-wise Zenkai is going to happen. It's going to be great. It's going to have some impact to a degree. But by the end of that day, Gravity-wise Zenkai, guess what will be the case? Daima will still be the best. Because what did they have to do? They failed. Make teams that MUI would fit on. Make situations where these new units have good countering play to Daima, which they have decent, but definitely not, the USV cooler thing. Like, realistically, at least 2 of these units out of the 4 that we got should have been like a direct counter to Daima main units. So Daima Ku should have got direct countered by like MUI or Evo. And then it should have been, Ku gets direct countered by Kill or Kaba there. Kill and Khalifa or Kaba there. But they didn't do that. They did like the pseudo counter. Here's some sub count manipulation with Kill and Khalifa. When you pop a green, then you tag out. Okay, that's good against Daima. That's a good precedent. Okay, here's Kaba that can neutral when they keep swapping, and he can do good damage to Daima Super Saiyan 4 because of that. Cool, that's a good precedent. But that's just a precedent. Again, you gave a situation where USV, who dropped not even 3 months prior, had LF Cooler have a complete counteract to his entire kit. And even then, USV was struggling to outright be number one. So guess what? You had the tag droids, you had USG, and you were still able to run other teams. So guess what? The flaw within that one was the part 1 of 4th year, you actually had impact with the MUI. Dragon Fist actually had impact. He was a boost merchant, but he had impact. USV was in this struggle spot from the get-go, and they just killed them off. And yet we can't do that for Daima. I mean, this is random monthly LFs is kind of what they're pushing forward with Daima, right? They're not really part of anything. They're not part of Fest. They're not part of Annie. They're just monthly LFs. So when you give us a situation where this unit does not need to be summoned, MUI Goku is just like, again, I'm not even going to say he's bad because he's not. He's the best unit on the banners. Obviously, he's top 3 individual unit right now and top 3 even with teams. But guess who's number 1 within that? Daima Super Saiyan 4. And that's not because it's number 1 in individuality. It's because his team is so much set up for themselves to be prosperous. What you have with this character here is he has good teams, but those teams do not necessarily inherently work together. You know, you run with Godku, UMV, Beast Gohan, whatever. Awesome, they work. But the synergy of Daima is way over superior to the synergy of anything here. And even more so than that, these units' kits, even if this Goku is so good, which he is, still are flawed to a degree that Daima doesn't even have. Give an example of Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That character has essentially one last man standing just because that's his primal spot. He has infinite cover null. He literally does. There's no 2 ways around it. He has infinite cover null. This unit has 5 counts cover null the entire match. 5 counts. He has a flaw. He's allowed to have flaws. But when you give Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku almost no flaws in that same exact setting of last man to last man, what am I supposed to think? I'm supposed to think Daima Super Saiyan 4's anniversary at this point, because that's not going to be MUI. This unit's got infinite cover null. This guy's indestructible. This guy's got everything, right? That's what he has last man. He's a lot better last man than MUI in regard of kit to kit reading. 5 counts cover null. What am I supposed to do with that? Like, sure, it can help me. Sure, great. What if I'm on a 1v2 and they could swap? They have a strike cover change. Most units strike cover change right now. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to just keel over? I mean, Daima Super Saiyan 4 is an infinite combo, right? He's gonna keep going and going and going and going and going and going. What's this guy gonna do? 5 counts cover null. I can't refresh it. I can't swap. What do I do? I'm in a pretty shitty spot, aren't I? And then I gotta talk about this detriment to society. I'm glad people are actually realizing how whatever he is, because you know, I saw what he was, purple. I saw no buff cancellation. I said he's UMV food day 0. Appreciate people working on construction at 8 a.m. I appreciate that on a Friday morning. Very cool stuff, guys. But I saw this guy was purple, no cancel buff effect, UMV food. I was right. I figured I was right. I was like, oh, here's all the, you know, defenders of him. He's not even out yet. This is gonna happen. Blah blah blah. No, you run with Kaba, still Evo food. You run without Kaba, even more Evo food. He's UMV food rather. And what's the purpose of that? You're gonna tell me, like, the reality of this right now is if you were to run, let's say Daima doesn't exist as much, right? Let's say you're running into reps and whatever, these teams that aren't Daima, and it's specifically not Daima, more, because these units are so top tier. The counters to these characters are units that are not even new. Not even close to new, matter of fact. Yeah, you could say Beast is a good counter, but realistically, they both have endurance, so you're trying to use units that have endurance nullification, right? Just simple put. Super Saiyan 3 Goku from Legends Fest destroys this guy. Do a green card, do strikes, he's dead. UMV destroys this guy. That is a 6-month-old, 7-month-old, whatever Super Saiyan 3 is, and then a 9-month-old unit that can utterly destroy his units because they gave them lackluster kits. People are trying to also defend the point, which I can't even fathom this, that they don't have cancel buff. Brother in Christ, MVP, who is years old, has it. Ultimate Gohan from last year has it. Godku now in his plat has it. You have a zillion units. You have Evil Boo. Evil Boo without even a fucking endurance has it. We have a zillion units that have cancel buff affected in their own kits. And we can't give it to the LF anniversary headliners? And no, there's no explanation of, well, Kaba helps you do it. Kaba can cancel buff effects. Kion Khalifa can do it. That's not the same thing as a unit doing it for the individuality. Do you know how bad these units will age because they don't have that one line of text in their kit? Again, don't even talk about Evo specifically in this one. Do you know how bad these units will age because of that? He will always always be food to a goddamn ultimate, to a goddamn blue, to anything. Because there is no cancel up. To a rush. Ultra Cell can make this guy his food. The red Ultra Cell can make this guy his food because you do a rush with him. I'm forced to run allies with these characters. I'm forced to run specific teams. That is the problem here. You're forced to run specific teams with these units to fix their flaw that they should inherently not even have, and then from there, you make their teams worse because you're not running the most optimal, because guess what? You're running with Beast, right? Beast is, in all regards, a worse individual unit than UMV, at least in the potential that we want to see, which is getting early snipes and getting snipe potential. Beast does that a lot later than UMV. Main ability versus special beam. One's 60 counts, one's 25 counts. You do the math, which one's faster? Besides the every infinite, entry pseudo lock, which one's more effective, right? Which one's easier to use, all that. So I'm forced to run a worse team than Daima already because I have to help this unit get his flaw amended that he shouldn't have in the first place. And remind you, I'm talking about the better one of the two. What am I supposed to do with that as a consumer? I'm supposed to think, okay, so I have a worse individual, one-to-one to another character. I have a character that's going to get sniped by months-old units, even older than that sometimes, within both these characters. And I also have pretty good banners. So what is my rationale here to summon? Oh, well, I already have a full diamond team, but let me go for God Goku, Cam Khalifa, and then UI. You don't need to. There's no purpose to it. Yet again, I'm fighting Daima more and more and more as days progress. The last video I believe I did, 8 matches? 3 of them were Daima. Already. It's still week 1 of the season. People are already getting tired of the new unit hype. They're boring, they're snoring, all that. These units also being not the greatest in their own individual potential because they have been nerfed. It really doesn't make much sense, because why is it that this character it's just odd to me. Why does UI have to build up? I mean, that's not even like a big talking point, but why is that a thing? I would just think they like to make things anime accurate. I guess the build-up thing would make more sense if he's auto-dodging and he gets like more damage when he auto-dodges, but doing cards, I feel like that's just odd. It's just holding him back for no reason in that regard, because MUI is broken, his damage is amazing. But having this guy be a build-up within doing cards is like the most counterintuitive thing to like the actual character's design in itself. Would you not want to be dodging to get build-up with the auto-dodging character? I feel like that would just make more sense. Or make him build up in MUI itself. I just feel like you're being restricted to UI Omen because Legend said so, and it's just a bit silly. And then we got this guy, which, again, I already stated that people are accepting, or at least starting to accept, that he is subpar as hell. And I'm just going to give the comparison that I like to give here, where it gives me VT vibes. Remember Vita Chunks, Part 2, Legends Fest with UGB? Yeah, gives VT vibes. I mean, am I wrong? A blast spammer. That's all he can really do. There's nothing else to him. He spams cards, and then you move on. Is there anything else? And UI has auto dodging, and he has damage. So they both just hit you hard. They're not any utility sensitive characters because they have no fucking utility within their kits. Realistically, I mean, what do? MUI heals 20% when a big move's done against them. Then he goes defense neutral. Vegeta heals 10% when a big move's done against them, and he goes defense neutral. That's the utility, by the way. Destroys 2 cards on an enemy attacking him. 2 cards. Whoa. This character here has decent utility. Destroys your key, reduces your key rather, ups your card cost. What if I told you some units are immune to that? Some units that actually color advantage to him are immune to that. Do you understand my point? Like, even if MUI is good, it's great. I'm happy for him, really am. But when you force restrictions on a team build setting now, where I'm supposed to run Beast instead of UMV, and the team gets worse, and then, fun fact enough that I'm sure people are going to experience very soon, which I've started to experience, these units are transforming. Majin Ku entry seals mains. Daima 4 Ku entry seals mains. Tamagami entry seals mains. These are all Daima characters, and they all seal mains. You will experience this from time to time because Super Saiyan 2 or 3 Goku experienced this, where you really can't transform whenever you want to. It's more up to the opponent and how they're playing. If they're playing proper, you won't transform for a long time because it's not going to be an opportune setting. And that's going to be the team that's still the best team in the game, by the way. 2 of those characters remaining on that team of Diamond Ku, of Majin Ku. It just doesn't make sense, the purpose of part 1. Like, if they're not going to make an meta impact, what do I care? Again, I already stated that the good stuff that they're doing is great, and it should be the precedent for every single year. Good job. You fulfilled your baseline bare minimum that you should have been fulfilling and haven't been fulfilling, but you finally fulfilled after 7 years. I'm proud of you. And now you make it where the units, where you're a joke, you're nothing. I don't fight these 2. I do not fight these 2 characters, bro. It's not just me. I don't fucking fight them. They don't do enough. Just how it is. I fight these, and even then, it's not like... People are always talking about Daima or MUI, which one's more tedious to fight, which one's more of a hassle, which one's more difficult. Brother, it's not a fucking discussion. It's not a discussion. There's units that can play around this MUI shit. You run an AoE green unit, cool, great. You run special green cannon, cool, great. These are things you can do. There's UMV, there's God Goku, there's Beast Gohan. Like, there's 3 units right there that can play around MUI's bullshit. You land 1 card, you special green cannon, MUI, he's dead. Oh my god, what a fucking hassle, right? What is that compared to Ku giving a feint, Ku giving a paralyzed, paralyzing my whole team? What is that? What is that comparison? There is none. It's not even a fucking thought. It's an afterthought. MUI to fucking Daima, bro. One, you actually get to choose your inputs. The other, you get to play a fucking roulette wheel. Obviously, the team that you don't get to control your inputs against most likely is going to be better and more obnoxious. So guess what? These units, not being on one of the best or some of the best teams in the game, they are on a very good teams, MUI specifically, but not being on the best teams in the game makes it to guess what? What's the purpose of summoning? You don't have a reason. And if your only reason is, oh, because their anniversary. Brother in Christ, this is just a glorified fucking monthly campaign. That's all we're playing right now. That's all we're doing. This isn't anything special. Nothing special. These units' impact is nothing special. These event things that are happening, nothing special. Again, this is the baseline fucking precedent they should be following regardless. There's nothing happening here. This anniversary part 1 is just, it's so bare, it's so nothing. And then they also delay RWI Zenkai for whatever fucking reason to give us a shitty, like, they could at least make the fucking free unit like half decent, right? A shitty purple Jiren, like, for 1, you make it purple, what the fuck's wrong with you? And for 2, why? What is the gain of delaying RWI Zenkai? I mean, you gave us Go Frieza on the same day these units dropped. Why'd you do that? Why would... where's, like, if you're gonna do Go Frieza the same day, then give RWI same day, or delay Go Frieza for this past reset and put Go Frieza and RWI the same day. Like, it's not, it just doesn't make sense what they're doing. And this lasts until what is it, June 18th? I think we get the next part. Beautiful noises. June 18th. So we're just in purgatory, really. I mean, I don't know what they can do. I hope this week is like RWI Zenkai. They could bullshit us with an ultra plat, and that would help a lot. Because again, all I want is just impact. I just want there to be impact. But when they do shit like this, my frustration's already high. Thank you for the fucking hammer at 8 a.m. I really do appreciate it. I just want these units to make impact, bro. You got a character that's that's arguable, not even top 10 for a lot of people. You got this guy, no one even, people like to cope Cobb. I don't know what the fuck it is, but people like to cope him. And then you got these 2, which, sure, they're solid. Good 1% unit there. Good MUI. But there's no contention to the best, so what's the point? What's the point of summoning? If your only reasons are anniversary and 800Z power, that's not meta though. That's not meta impact. I just want impact. All I'm asking for is the game to make impact. You do it a lot of years. Using SV drop, using SV piece of shit, rush merchant, you hate it. But at least it's changing the meta from golden Frieza glaze to fusing SV, correct? Things change. You want change. Things are supposed to change. This changed from Daima's the best to Daima's the best. Oh wait, that means it didn't change. That is the foundational, fundamental flaw with this anniversary part 1. There is nothing that has been impacted to such a degree that you need to summon, that you need to pull anything. You were just here. Good job, you pulled them. Congrats. You get them, use them for a couple days, and you're most likely going to run back to your Daima team. And I'm happy they can contend with Daima. I'm ecstatic with that. But they should be better. These teams should be better than Daima. They should be countering Daima. They should be destroying them. Because what's the incentive to pull for a unit that is worse team-wise than other units? Nothing. That is the purpose of Anniversary, to power creep and make things, well, newer. You didn't do that. I mean, we didn't have a fucking new mechanic, so what the fuck? Like, last year we got double fusing. Okay. And this year we got auto dodge again. And Evo 10 gauge that's looked for, I don't even fucking know, like different format, but it literally is just Evo 10. Like, I mean, what the fuck? Like, amazing, bro. Like, really, really inspirational, man. It's like their budget went into giving all of us the fucking free-to-play CC. Like, how the fuck's that wasted budget? Part 1's a dud. Hopefully, I mean, again, they can't fix it. Part 1's fucked, right? They give an ultra plat, they give Rev UI to be a god, all that. Cool, great. They can do all that. It's only 2 things, but they can do all that. It's not going to fix it. The teams aren't going to magically be better. This unit's not magically going to get cancel buff effect. Neither is this guy going to magically be from the bottom of a top 10 to maybe even off it to top 2, you know? And these are Anniversary headliners. They should be undisputed. The top. Fusing SV was top 1. GB, a little bit worse, but he wasn't fucking 10. Very nice thing. Let's see you in the next one.